Hey, how you guys doing? So we are going to be going over the season 2 episode 10 episode for Love Live Superstar. And of course, if you want to watch this in full, you could always watch it through Crunchyroll. That's the site that hosts it. You will need a premium subscription. And of course, at the end of this video, we can go over and talk about how we feel about these girls. So that's why I create this poll where you can rank these girls from 1 through 9, and link in the description below if you want to participate in it. And we can go ahead and see where you feel about each girl, and then on Thursday I'll go ahead and rank these girls. So of course, we are curious to see what happens in this episode, where we are likely to see some conflict with Bien. So let's go ahead and jump into this episode. So this episode starts and we get to see this helicopter. Is it Marina? No, it's her. She is back. The Love Live reporter, hype girl, whatever you want to call her. She is definitely going crazy. And then we jump to here, which it's a snowstorm, and we see that Natsumi is freezing her butt off for content. It's hard to... What's the point of content if you don't live, right? So I guess she's willing to sacrifice Frostbite. So I'm sure you're wondering where this is. They're in Hokkaido, which we saw a little earlier. This is where Kineko has kind of her vacation house. But the problem is during winter, it's really cold. The girls wanted to do a training over the winter vacation, and they were trying to suggest ideas, and Kuku's like, let's go to Shanghai, but they ended up deciding to go to where the first years were part of, but someone let it slip that Kanon went there before the other girls, so the other girls weren't so happy about it, but decided they go here where it's freezing cold. And of course, during there, all the girls are trying to basically pair up with second years and first years, trying to have the first years get into the creation of the songs, where some get part of the dance. We have May getting part of the composition with music, because you know she plays piano, and therefore you're probably gonna be the one composing. And then we have Kano and Hinako, who are trying to come with the lyrics for the songs and, you know, go over the process. And Kano's like, you know, I used to be embarrassed when I started creating lyrics, but eventually you get used to it, and a part of joy and excitement that comes to creating songs. The other three girls that are left, they're kind of building the stage. This is where they're going to be live streaming and kind of talking to other people to get them hyped about the performance they will be doing. And then Natsumi goes to look at these girls and it's like what's your deal? And they're like, you're crying with each other, and then you're fighting as usual. And during that, the stage kind of falls in front of them with that thing, and a lot of chaos ensues. So then they do this remote press conference where each of the groups go and talk to the viewers. And, you know, Leo does theirs. It's kind of generic. You know, we have to do our best, blah, 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 blah. The most important part is that we get Lien, who shows up. And she has a very, very short but kind of impactful comment and saying, Love Life's for amateurs. And boom, she just disconnects. And honestly, that is going to get a pretty big reaction from a lot of people. And the girls are not so happy about that, because they really like Love Live and they don't think it's amateur, because, you know, that makes these girls feel like they're amateurs and they suck at what they do. So of course this makes the girls steaming mad, let's say. But the girls are trying to figure out one thing that we had said, and she's going to show you, I'm going to show you what it means to sing. And the girls are like, what does that exactly mean? And all they see from her is desire to win, and like she's kind of cold as ice. I mean, that's kind of rich considering they're in Hokkaido, where they're freezing their butts off, and you can see the winter weather. It snows a lot. But anyways, the girls decide on the next day that they're not going to do practice, that they're going to have fun and maybe potentially learn the meaning of what it means to sing. The girls go, and some of the girls do ice skating. Some girls like May can't ice skate, so I guess she's going to be on a chair sliding across. Some girls decide they're going to go ice fishing and catch some small fish. And then with Chisato, she wants to make something round, so of course she's going to make a snowman. And then Natsumi's like, I want to do snowball fights. So the girls have a bunch of fun, and they decided that they've learned what it means to enjoy singing. And it's about the happiness and being together. And, you know, that's what Leila is about. And that's where they said that's what it means to truly sing, is to have and enjoy each other. So then we go to the day of the performance, and the girls are ready. And then Wien comes up and basically shows them, I'm going to show you what it really means to sing. Like, she's trying to show that she means business. And so, of course, that means we're going to see another song being won. So, without further ado, let's listen to our song.
静かな瓦礫の街を行けば光れ私は私を信じ輝くの
So that was her song, and it's very much like what we had from her first song. It's very intense. There's a lot of nice lighting effects and special effects going around, and it definitely provides a different experience than pretty much every Love Live song. It's intense and dramatic, and feels like something that'll be like a climax of, say, like you might expect in theater. And it outfit looks nice, so I guess parts of her outfit is shredded. I guess that's kind of the style, if she's going to maybe a little more apocalyptic kind of outfit. But it does really, really look nice. I'm not gonna lie about that. As for the song itself, I mean, like a good with a question mark. But I don't know, because my expression is kind of like these people. They're like speechless, but like, was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. But the girls, they feel like, wow, that was insane. But the girls are ready and say, we could try to do better. And now we get to see them perform their song. So let's go and listen to that.
一緒に歌おう Smile 心結ぶもしも過去と未来どこへだって行けて夢見てるんだただ夢中さ眠るのも忘れちゃう
So that was Layla's song, and I gotta say, I think I prefer this one, honestly. It's it's a little more of the standard song you expect from idols. It's got a little more happiness to it, positivity, good vibes, and I just like listening to it. It's nothing crazy amazing, but it's got some good flow and tempo and beat to it, and I find it a little catchy to listen to. While the other song, I don't know, like it's intense, it's dramatic, but I don't know, it's like that it. Well, overall, I gotta say, the outfits are pretty nice, and I think this stage, with all the lighting in the background, with all the flowers, that looks really nice. And honestly, probably one of my favorite songs that came out of this season. But right after that, they announced the results like that. Like, geez, that was really quick. So they announced 5th place, 4th place, and 3rd place. These were the girls we've seen on posters all around, just basically girls that exist, but we don't know who the heck they are. And then we go up to 2nd place. And yeah, that's it. They leave us on a cliffhanger, so we actually don't know what 2nd place is. I guess that's for next episode. So I guess the big question is who is in 2nd place. We'll have to see. But I know some of you are curious. The ending theme was this girl singing. It was basically whoever showed up on the screen in that ending is who the one who was singing. And then we got a preview of the next episode. This one will be called Yume, which means dreams. And we got a few scenes to focus on. So this one definitely is important to look at. We have Chisato chasing down Wien. Is she finally going to catch a stalker? Who knows? But there's going to be, of course, some interesting moments with this. It looks like she's not just going to fade in the background. And then we have Kanon right outside the Jingu Stadium. Does that mean looks like they make it? And she's like, oh, is this where we're going to perform? We'll have to see. Or maybe she's like, oh, shoot, that's where we would have performed if we won. But last but not least, we have the Leela no Uta. So we will be able to listen to this one. This one's sung by Chisato.
朝があの空淡く染め上げいつでも並んで見上げて夕闇にやがて日がと
So that was the song by Chisato for Leela no Uta. So there's of course 2 more episodes left after this, 11 and 12. Well, I'm assuming Kanon's going to be singing that one because we saw Kanon in it. So I guess she gets more because, of course, why not? The leader gets more. So she will be probably singing that version of that song in episode 11. And then I guess one more group song for Leela no Uta. But, I don't know. Fun song. Was it Kakeru Go Merry-Go-Round, I think it was called. But yeah, it was a fine song. But what did you guys think about this episode in the comments below? And of course, what do you think is happening in the next episode? Wien is kind of an interesting character, but it's not something I say I can't have seen before. I mean, she's kind of like Nanju, like you you guys are amateurs. I'll show you what it means to be a true idol. And that's kind of what they did with Nanju. It's like, I have a different feeling, meaning, understanding, and vision of what it means to be an idol, and what is singing, and etc. And my way is the best way, and your way sucks, and you guys are amateurs. And then we have the group eventually show them through power and love and friendship, we'll beat you, and that's better, and that's what it means to be a true idol. That's at least what it feels like. But Win's songs are definitely a lot different than a bunch of other groups, and I don't know, I still feel like it's very orchestral, like, and I know there's people who probably really like that, and she definitely fills a void of a genre that we don't get a whole lot in Love Live. I don't know, because I can see some merits to it for sure, but I don't know if I really like it or not. Or should I say, I don't know if I love it or not. Because I still don't enjoy listening, but it's more like, oh, that's different. And that's interesting, rather than like, wow, I'm really excited to listen to this song. But, you know, the animation looks really nice. The outfits look really nice. Those, without doubt, are really great. But I'm curious to see, how do you feel about Win's songs? But we have 2 songs for her, and I think that's going to be it. And it's going to be releasing late November or something. So we'll definitely look forward to the full version of the songs when those do come out. And then for Layla's other song that came out, I like it. I gotta say, I do like it. I'm kind of been a little underwhelmed by most of the songs that came out throughout the anime. There was like Vitamin Summer was pretty decent, and the other ones are kind of like alright, but nothing that made me go like, yeah, that's really great. And I've just been looking at them compared to a bunch of other songs in other seasons, and I'm just like, I feel a little underwhelmed. I mean, the ending song I really like, but overall, I feel a little underwhelmed by a bunch of the songs. Of course, I still have 2 more episodes to fix that, but I'm still waiting for a song to blow me away from this season, and I don't know, I haven't really found it, but that's, of course, just my personal opinions and taste. As for the next episode, of course, looks like Wien's still going to be in there. We got to figure out who's going to win. Of course, there's really 2 ways it can be who won, because there's 2 places. It's either Wien wins or Layla wins. And, of course, the question is who wins. I mean, if they're going to follow the generic route of they finally overcome them, it would be Layla who wins. But, you know, there's still room for a 3rd season, so they definitely could just make it so Wien wins and then Layla doesn't. But then, why is Wien running away from Chisato or whatnot? And that might be like Layla wins, but Wien's like a little jealous or like stalking him more, and then Chisato's like, oh, I'm going to grab her. So that feels like the more likely route. I'm going to probably go with that. But I'm curious to see what you guys think, what you think is going to happen, and what do you think what role Wien will play in the future. We'll have to see. I mean, of course, she's going to be first year next year, so she definitely could potentially want to join Yuigaoka and become a student there and become part of Layla. That's definitely a possibility. And then maybe they'll become a group of 10. I'm probably guessing leaning towards that way. Of course, we don't know. And then if that does happen, who is going to be the rival in season 3? If there's one, I guess they could always make a new rival or something that will try to challenge them if it's not going to be Wien again. Or maybe she'll be still a rival and then join later. I don't know. Kind of weird to think about it, but what do you guys think about that in comments below? Anyways, let me know what you guys think about the whole episode in comments below. What do you like about songs? What did you didn't like? What do you think is going to happen? What do you don't think is going to happen? And of course, there's going to be that poll in the description below. Go ahead and click that link and then rank the girls from 1 through 9. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and hope to catch you guys in another video soon.